Yesterday we went over Group A. Group A was Tyler versus Sam, so that would be Duke Silver versus Salsa Man, and Makinator versus Overlord, Matt versus Nathan. Matt ended up beating Nathan 2-0, and Salsa Man ended up beating Duke Silver 2-0 as well. So they'll meet in the winners match as shown here. In the losers match we're going to be having an awesome game between Overlord and Duke Silver. So look forward to that. Today we're going to be going over the first games of Group B. That is Number versus EBeast. And let's see, what was his name? What was Bryce's name? Bryce versus B-Haz.
Was it Flatch?
Yeah, Flatch versus B-Haz. That's correct. So, anyways, we'll start off first with Makin. Let's see, Number versus EBeast. So we'll go ahead and watch that now. Keep in mind that these two players, they are us. They're we.
We are doing the casting. We are going to be casting our own game here.
But also, we played off race. So, like, normally I'm a Terran, and normally Garrett is a Zerg. So Zerg's gonna... I'm pretty sure Garrett's gonna roast me this entire game.
I am planning on it.
Alright. Starting in the top left corner with the green probes, we have EBeast.
And in the bottom right corner with the red Zerg drones, we have none other than Number. Sending out that first Overlord and going for a 14 supply spawning pool. Kind of not normal supply for a spawning pool in this matchup.
And with some extra Overlords.
I mean, you really don't want to get supply blocked, I guess, so
yeah.
Those extra Overlords, they're important.
Same with your extra pylon.
Yeah, that's definitely a mistake on my part. That first pylon definitely should have gone down on the low ground along with my forge.
Well, especially
but that's how it works. As I complete my full wall off with a second gateway, which I should not have that second gateway, by the way. I should have done a cyber core.
Meanwhile, on the other side, you are cannon rushing.
Yeah, a very poorly executed cannon rush, by the way. Those cannons should be over here, which is where I planted down that one pylon, but you know, you've spotted that one quick enough, and luckily for me, you know, you didn't. I don't think you saw these over here until it was too late.
Yeah, that's correct. I thought that the other one was that I caught it in time.
Yeah, that wasn't quite the case, but these photon cannons proved to be quite annoying to you through this game.
Yes, indeed.
See, I only wish that they were a little further up so that they could do a little bit more of a soft contain on you. I think that would have been advantageous.
Yeah, I don't really have a hard time getting out of there and doing things.
Yep, we have some Zerglings running across the map as well as one Adept. The Adept's just gonna kinda chill here for a minute before Brenda and the crew turn the Adept away. The Adept's gonna shade in. Not the best move. Gonna get a couple drone kills, but didn't really get anything done.
This is at the point that your workers skyrocket and go far superior above Numbers.
Yeah, I really do have a lot more economy at this point. You notice I'm still lacking an army supply. My warp gate just barely finishes now. I've still got units producing in the gateway, so we're still waiting on these units to warp in here, and then I get warp gate online. I have one hero zealot checking all the bases for proxies.
All the ones except for the one that counts until he shows up.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I realized I was pretty sure you had to have a base somewhere else. I didn't realize that it was right here in, normally where that fourth base is, until he ran in and got destroyed by a couple banelings there.
I do have melee upgrade and Zergling speed. Something I should have got was the baneling speed. That never happened.
Definitely would have been helpful. I mean, with how this game plays out, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but that +1 melee on those Zerglings does make a huge difference, especially when fighting against probes, which is going to come in really handy right about now.
I think you attacked your base. Or were you
I
trying
might
to heal
have.
it?
I might have misclicked on that. Yeah, that might have been a misclick on my part. Or maybe you were attacking my base directly and then my probes were attacking your Zerglings around the base. I'm not sure. But it's a definite possibility. Okay, and there goes game one. Decided not to go for the base trade and just GG out.
Alright.
Which in hindsight looks like I could have gotten away with the base trade, so.
Yeah, you probably would have won on that one, but who knows. Alright, game 2 of a best of 3 series between Garrett and Jake. Number and EBeast.
Okay, so starting off here, we have in the top right corner, EBeast. Chrono boosting on his Nexus there, and sending out a very early probe. I wonder what that could mean.
Just supply. In the bottom left corner with the blue Zerg, we have none other than Number. Sending out his Overlord to the other side, kinda late. Ooh, sneaky probe.
Probe's headed over to the other side of the map. I wonder what could be happening here. Now the real question is this going to be a gateway first, or is this going to be a forge first for EBeast? Because if it's a forge first, we're going to see another cannon rush like we saw in game 1. If not, then this probe is probably just going to try and make itself as much of a pain as possible. Looks like it's a gateway first. Okay, that probe's just kind of chilling there. It's like, hey, here I am. Here to cause some trouble. Steal some gas.
I think the fact that you stole both the gases may have been your downfall in this game, if I remember correctly.
It may have been. I mean, it is a waste of minerals, so that's 150 minerals down the drain for me, which in the early game is a lot.
Yeah, especially when you're on one base eco. Like, that's that's a spawning pool, you know?
At the same time, though, that does delay any possibility of Zergling speed.
That's true.
It is a calculated move, I suppose. Was it poorly calculated? Probably.
Maybe. I guess it depends.
Calculated nonetheless. I mean, it did force out some Zerglings there, so you're only at 15 worker supply here, while I'm at 21, so that does give me the eco advantage by forcing out those Zerglings early.
That's true. You're getting more minerals. However, I think my expansion was faster than yours.
Oh, most certainly. Which it normally is for Zerg.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I think you planted down your hatchery there before I could block it with my pylon. So, that was definitely good on your part.
And here comes the Zergling parade!
They're just trucking across the map here. And if I remember right, this is just going to turn into a very, very bad situation for me here. Yep. Got my drone there, just chilling.
Oh, but this is a good pro move right there. Your adept dies, but you do complete the wall.
I did. So it was a good move. It just was poorly executed. And then I don't have a forge anywhere, which as soon as I saw those Zerglings, I probably should have started up a forge instead of a gateway. Because Warp Gate's fairly close to being done. But Photon Cannons probably would have been the right call here, rather than trying to chrono out a Zealot. The Zealots do really well against Zerglings, except when there's enough of them to surround the Zealot, in which case Zerglings don't do near as well.
I don't know why I didn't kill this gateway at the first. Like, I know that, like, I saw your probe and got excited, but honestly, I really should have just gone through it.
Oh, definitely. I was actually kind of surprised you didn't. And here I am in disbelief at the Zerglings parading through my base. We're even as far as Rooker goes, but I'm at 4 army supply compared to 22 army supply. And there's just that endless parade of Zerglings stretched out across the map here.
Yeah, indeed. I think at this point I just went, screw it. Throw everything you got. And so I did.
Yeah, you did. And I think my mistake here is I thought you were done. I thought you were done with the Zergling parade. So you'll notice that I threw down, 2 extra gateways and a Stargate at this point. I was like, well, I'm going to transition to Void Rays now. I should have been producing units instead.
And you left a wall. A hole in the wall.
I left a big hole in the wall, and then... Yeah, I do manage to complete the wall. It's a very janky wall. And I just simply don't have enough stuff to deal with this.
Yeah. You tried to invest
way too many Zerglings. I tried to invest in the future when there were more imminent needs. It's like, when you have to invest for retirement, and so you invest a lot of money for retirement, but you forget you have to eat, so, you go hungry for a week because you don't have any money to buy food because you invested it all for the future. That's kind of what happened to me here. Still managed to hold on, but I'm holding on by the skin of my teeth at this point.
I'm all in at this point. Like, I have less workers. I don't have any upgrades coming. It's like, this is now or it's never, so now it is.
Mm-hmm. If I'd have managed to hold on here, that would have been really good for me. I think I should have overcharged the shield battery is what I should have done.
Yes, you should have.
But now it's without power anyways, so wouldn't do me much good.
I love how I could have been so much more efficient with my Zerglings. But, I mean, once you get just a mass of them, that's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm. I eventually pull my probes here. More Zerglings come in. I realize that I just don't have anything to stop it. And that's game 2. I get 2-0'd in the series, despite my best efforts to play Protoss. Let's face it, Protoss isn't quite my thing.